On a bright Saturday morning, a woman in a cream-colored suit stood frozen near a playground. Her eyes widened in disbelief. Her little girl, the one doctors said would never speak, just whispered a word, and the strangest part? It wasn't her mother who made it happen, it was a stranger. A single dad sitting by the swings. That moment would change both their lives forever. Hey everyone, welcome back to Kindness Diaries, the place where real stories remind us that a single act of kindness can change everything. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your kindness helps us keep spreading love around the world. Isabella Stone had everything people dream of. She was the CEO of a growing tech company, known for her confidence, elegance, and sharp mind. But behind her calm smile was a mother who barely slept at night. Her daughter, Lily, was 6 years old and had never spoken a word. Doctors called it selective mutism, but Isabella always wondered if it was her fault: the long hours, the stress, the missed bedtime stories. One Saturday morning, Isabella decided to take a break from her endless work emails and bring Lily to the park. The sun was warm, kids were laughing, and the air smelled like fresh grass. Lily sat quietly on a swing, holding the chains but not moving. She never played with other kids. She just watched them, silently. Isabella sighed and sat on a nearby bench, scrolling through her phone, when she heard a gentle male voice say, "Mind if I give her a little push?" She looked up and saw a man, mid-30s, strong build, wearing a simple gray t-shirt. His daughter was running around, giggling with a red balloon. Before Isabella could answer, the man added softly, "My daughter loves this swing too. I can help if she's shy." There was something kind in his tone, patient, calm, no judgment. Isabella hesitated but nodded. "Sure, if she's okay with it," she said. The man crouched next to Lily. "Hey there," he said softly, "I'm Jake. What's your name?" Lily looked away. No response. Jake didn't push. He just sat down in the grass near her. "That's okay," he said kindly. "You know, my daughter used to be shy too. But she loves guessing games. Want to try one?" Lily turned her head just slightly. Isabella noticed, it was the first sign of interest she'd seen in weeks. Jake pulled a small toy frog from his pocket. "This little guy loves to jump. But he only jumps if someone says, 'Hop.' Can you help me wake him up?" Lily stared at the frog. Jake made a silly face, pretending the frog was asleep. "Come on, Mr. Frog," he said dramatically. "Somebody's gotta say it." For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, the tiniest sound came out of Lily's mouth: "Hop." Isabella's breath caught in her chest. Her phone slipped from her hand and hit the ground. Jake looked at Lily and grinned. "There he goes," he said, bouncing the toy frog into the air. Lily's eyes lit up, and for the first time, she giggled. Isabella's hands trembled. She'd waited 6 years to hear her daughter's voice, and it happened, right there, in the middle of a playground, because a stranger decided to be kind. Later, Isabella sat beside Jake on the park bench, still in shock. "How did you do that?" she whispered. Jake shrugged modestly. "I didn't. She just needed someone who didn't expect her to talk. Sometimes silence needs a little space before it becomes sound." Isabella blinked back tears. She told him how she'd been raising Lily alone, juggling her company and motherhood, feeling like she was failing at both. Jake nodded quietly. "I get it," he said. "I'm a single dad too. Lost my wife 3 years ago. My daughter, Emma, didn't speak for almost a year after that. I learned that kindness, the small, patient kind, is what brings people back." Lily and Emma were now playing together, sharing the toy frog and laughing. It was the most beautiful sound Isabella had ever heard. For the first time in years, Isabella didn't feel like a CEO. She felt like a mom again. Weeks passed, and the friendship grew. Isabella and Lily met Jake and Emma at the park every Saturday. Lily began to speak more, single words turned into sentences, laughter became part of her day. One afternoon, as they all sat under a tree eating ice cream, Lily turned to her mother and said, "Mommy, happy." Tears rolled down Isabella's face. "Me too, sweetheart," she whispered, holding her close. She realized something powerful that day: success, money, and titles meant nothing without kindness, without connection. It wasn't the doctors or therapy sessions that gave her daughter a voice, it was compassion from a stranger who saw her child as more than a problem to solve. Months later, Isabella invited Jake and Emma to a company event. During her speech, she told the audience, "Kindness doesn't need a big platform or a fancy plan. Sometimes it's just sitting next to someone who's quiet and letting them know it's okay to be seen." She paused, smiling at Jake in the crowd. "Because of one small act of kindness," she said, "my daughter found her voice, and I found mine." The audience stood in applause. Lily, sitting in the front row, waved shyly at her mom. "Love you, Mommy," she said into the mic. And everyone in the room cried, "Kindness can heal, connect, and create miracles we never expect." So next time you see someone struggling, don't turn away. Be the reason someone speaks again, smiles again, or believes again, because one small act of kindness can change everything. Thanks for watching this story on Kindness Diaries. If this touched your heart, make sure to subscribe, like, and share so we can keep spreading love, one story at a time.